Hi, and welcome. We're the Weasley Sisters. This is episode 266, and I'm Jessica, also known as Naturally Nitty.
And I am Allena, also known as Starnits. Today is February 3rd. This is our monthly podcast. So if you're a first time watcher, welcome. If you're a returning watcher, thanks for coming back. Planning podcast. So,
Yeah,
but
so grab your knitting, pull up a chair, and craft along with us, and maybe take some notes if you want to take notes about your classes.
yes. So for advanced studies, your OWL midterm is due this month. Your Newt,
75.
75%, is due this month as well.
And it's a short month, people. It's February, so there's only 28 days. That always throws me for a loop, um, especially after January with the 31 days. It's a lot shorter, even though it's only a few days.
Right.
So take that into account.
And it's funny because always on February's, I try to do all the things for whatever reason, even though it's short. But anyways, the order missions, the halfway point is February 20th. And you can start turning it in on the 27th.
Cool.
Headmistress Challenge.
It's all about Hogwarts and what it means to you,
Yeah.
being part of the House Cup.
Sorry, I
Basically
did not
just-
read anything beforehand.
That's okay. I copied and pasted. I did a little bit of reading, but you get 25 base points, and yardage bonus. So Alina, I was actually thinking, oh, maybe not for that. I know you started a spin. Did you turn that spin in for a class at all, a partial?
No, I didn't.
So depending on when you started it, you could either use it for that or the Quidditch. Quidditch was from January 18th to the 8th if you finish it.
Yeah, I have to look in my Instagram to see. I did start a spin and I did not turn it in at all because I didn't finish it.
Right. Sorry. So the headmistress challenge is just, what does Hogwarts mean to you? Some people do it for the internet points, some for the friendship, for the fun, whatever. It's basically make something and figure it out. And then Quidditch is match 2 is from January 18th to February 8th, which is coming up soon. And Ginny wants to see your stamina. So craft something that shows you can keep going and going. And why it sorry, my throat, why it required endurance. You can get 25 base points plus yardage and awesomeness bonus points are available.
Yeah, so I might have to use that if I can finish in the February 8th.
Yeah,
which
you got a week.
I don't know because I started it on the 23rd.
Yeah, so that would fit.
Yeah.
Or
but
did you sign up? Did you sign up for a order mission?
No.
That was the 23rd. Oh, okay. Well, if you can finish by the 8th, you can hand it in for Quidditch.
Yeah, we'll see. My problem is I just don't have time to spin. Okay. Like I'm teaching Aspen not to touch the wheel, but he doesn't like when I'm spinning. He cries. He does this thing now when you tell him no. So,
okay.
Yeah, because I'm trying to keep his fingers intact. But he does listen. He just cries about it.
That's so funny.
So, anyways, yeah. Classes?
Okay. Yes. Ancient ruins. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. You want me to go? Okay.
Sure.
This month, we would like you to think about your crafting and what you have learned and shared with others. This could be family knowledge, exchanging tips and techniques with friends, or researching. Then share those skills with the class. For example, you may craft a blanket square with a stitch or pattern you learned from a friend, or perhaps you learned a wonderful color change technique from a book, and you'll knit a cozy to show us. Prompt. For your homework, craft any object, Ravelry crafts only, in your submission. Please describe the skill or techniques you used in the craft to craft the item and how you learned that skill.
So that one was saying it was like passing the torch is what it was about. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. What you've learned from other people. I think that one can be pretty wide open. I think that's the only one I put any like more of a description in. I'm sorry.
I have been wanting to dye some fiber I have.
You should. And I told you how, so you can say it's me.
Right. So you've told me how, so I should do it for this class.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't know. So arithmancy, this month, craft something that would allow you to sneak a snack into class. Non-RAV crafts are accepted. So I skimmed through the classes. They had tacos and they were nibbling on tacos, and they said it was good to have breaks and to eat, but they didn't want Filch to find it, so you had to hide it and make sure he didn't get it. So like you can make a hat and put a snack in there.
Yeah.
Or anything that you could conceal it under. Basically anything, I think.
Yeah, because you could hide in mittens, in gloves.
Or
you could wrap it up in a scarf. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so fun. So, care of magical creatures. For your homework, take inspiration from the geometric shapes in the fields. Craft or stage your project using squares, circles, triangles, or other polygons that moon calves stamped out in the barley grass. Non-rivalry crafts are accepted.
So they had like a picture of crop circles, and they said that that's what the moon calves made for their mating dance, and that we have to keep it the muggles from the muggles, and that's where that came from. Yeah.
So really anything, like if you spin or die, you just open it up into a circle.
Yeah.
Or a square if you want.
Or a hat, you just open it up so it's like the top view.
Yeah.
So it could be a circle. Okay. Moving on. Charms. Your charms assignment this month is to study Lumos or one of its variants. Craft something in bright colors or something that you would wear in the sun or something with a hidden component revealed. Non-RAV crafts will be accepted. So it was like Lumos and then Lumos Maxima and Lumos Solera or something like that, the sun. Anyways, but that was basically it. So bright colors, that would be fun for spinning.
Or if you are spinning cotton, because that is something you would wear in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Cotton. Which if you are spinning cotton, you want to spin it long draw, just so you know, from one of my classes, because it like pulls it in faster. And the short staple length, it just spins it better. Anyways.
Cool.
Herbology. For your homework this month, craft a perennial, aka recurring, favorite item. With your finished photo, include an explanation of why your project is a favorite.
So, cool. Yeah. So like something that a craft that you keep coming back to, kind of like or a project rather that you keep coming back to, kind of like perennials that keep coming up every year. I think that's cool. Because I like to repeat things.
Yeah.
So that's good. All right. Magical tools and instruments. Your assignment is to craft something that can be used in two ways, or that it is a great help to stay in touch with loved ones. Non-RAV crafts will be accepted. This was the magical two-way mirror that they were studying, that you can talk to. Kind of like walkie-talkies, but with mirrors.
I need a mirror. Actually, I don't. I have a phone. Okay. Potions.
Same thing.
Homework. Craft items inspired by the Elhistoi plant or by Glumbubble and its treacle. Study guide for Elhistoi plant and Gumbubble and its treacle. Elhistoi plant is known for its speckled or spotted leaves and pink stem. Leafy motifs are acceptable. Glumbumble is a fuzzy, gray bee-like creature that makes a sticky, dark treacle. Non-rivalry crafts will be accepted.
Fun.
Yeah.
So that one's a little more specific color-wise, but
You could do pink or gray or both.
Or speckled or spotted something. So speckled yarn if you're doing something with that.
Like if you're dyeing. That's cool.
Or, yeah. Cool. All right. Transfiguration. Your homework assignment is to craft something with one or more hearts, or craft something that transforms either the maker's or the receiver's heart to feel lighter with love. Aw. So if you're making any sort of a gift, that would work, I think.
I forgot. It was Sunday. I mean, it was February. I didn't forget that it was February, but Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yep.
Unless you're getting me a ton of chocolate, I don't care about Valentine's Day.
I know.
That's the only thing.
It's not my thing, but that's okay.
Like, and it's like, don't get me even started. I won't even talk about it. It just makes me annoyed because it's like, I don't know. Anyways, back to our regularly scheduled podcast.
Okay.
Sorry, I was like trying to get it up here. Mojo, do you have any mojo?
Yes. I finished a baby sweater, a baby surprise jacket. Let me see if I can find it on here. But I gifted it already, so here we
go.
So there it is, out of the lime brand cupcake yarn. And then actually I made one for one of the kids' teachers, and she was wondering if I could make her a hat that matches. It's a different color than this one, but like they're out. Joann's doesn't have that yarn anymore. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. It was one I made like a while ago. It was like gray and like a light grayish purple, and I forget what else, like maybe tan or something. It's very neutrally.
Do you have the label? Because I have a couple of those, so I might see if I have it.
I could show you the actual picture of it. Let me find it real quick. They were my, like, I thought Yoda and Star Wars inspired ones. I made 2 of them around Christmas time. So this was one of them, but that's not the one I gave her. But this is the other one. So it's like gray. I could just use like a plain gray color, which I have. And then it's almost like a lavender on the sleeves.
Yeah, because I don't have that one.
Yeah.
The one that I have that has tan in it is greens.
Well, actually, so this one I ran out of the yarn. I remember when I'm making it, and I don't know if you can tell on the edging, I had to use a different color yarn. And it was
no, you can't. You can't tell.
So I have that. So maybe I'll just make it out of that.
But you can make that garter stitch one.
Yeah, the Pearl Bee, I think, or the Pearl Soho, I think it is.
Because I have the tan one I have has blues. See.
Oh yeah, I think I don't think I had that one. And then I'm gonna grab something that I forgot. And then in the Slytherin Spinning Lounge, they were doing a spin along, which I guess I can kind of talk about here. But you did it before, the sample along, where you take a braid and spin it 4 different ways.
Yeah.
Well, I took 2 braids and split them up evenly, so I had more yarn, so I could actually make things out of it instead of having like an ounce of fiber. So each skein was about 2 ounces. Anyway, so I made a hat and mitten set.
Cool.
So the hat, the top part of it, was the blended yarn,
Okay.
and then the ribbing here was flipped, I believe. And I guess
That
this
turned out really cool.
only makes sense if you are a spinner. But yeah, so I made the cup really big. And then the mittens are, this one is the fractal spun, and this is the as it comes.
That's so fun though. Like
Yeah,
how
but it was
different they
really
look.
cool to see them knit up and see how they. I don't think I've ever spun blended and held the two like pieces of fiber together and spun like that, really. So that was cool. But it made me think of like carded fiber, like on a drum carder, like
Yeah.
how it's a little more. But it was still cool to do and see. And I never really did how as it comes. I do.
Oh, and we
fractals
have a
a lot.
comment from Kathy. Hi. She just said,
Hello.
go on.
But yeah, so yeah, it was just really fun. I still have some yarn left over from this project, but it was cool to do.
Like how much yarn?
I forget how much.
Because if it's only a little bit, you could make a thing for the top of the hat.
Oh, it's more than that. It's like a little bit from each one left over.
Oh, okay. A pom-pom. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, it's more than a pom-pom. So
any other finished items?
That's what I was like, where's my notes? Yes, I finished part of my newt, which is a sweater for our nephew, Lucas.
Cool.
I added a hood to this pattern. I don't know, and put a zipper in.
Very cool.
With Spider-Man.
He's gonna love it.
I know. I need to actually. Well, there's stupid cat hair on it. My cats, I swear. Anyways, I need to de-hair it and mail it off to him so he can wear it while it's still cold there in Colorado.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for my
Mojo.
My mojo. Yes. Sorry. Return.
No, that's fine. I have actually finished two things. I finished a pair of mittens out of handspun for Aspen, and there's a picture. Oops, there's a picture of him because he's actually using them.
Cute.
And then I tried to get a picture of him wearing it. Not easy to do. So we gave him a bottle. And they're slightly big, but that's fine. Then I knit him a hat and played yarn chicken. I had like this much left.
Oh gosh.
Because I made him booties like a couple of months ago out of them. And again, he won't wear it. Like you put it on him and he rips it off. Like even today, Madison was going out. But it's like super soft and it's like blues and purples. The fiber that I used was named Blueberry Fields. So there's green, like dark greens and blues and purples in there. So it's really cool. So those are the two things that I finished, which I didn't really think about this, but you can now turn in pairs as separate items. So like,
which is crazy.
I know, but I just turned in both mittens together. And I didn't keep track of the yardage because I'm lazy, which normally is not me, but yeah, there we are. But those are the only mojos I have. Do you have any works in progress?
Yes, I'm currently working on Chloe's Wallaby.
Don't show Bella because she'll be pissed that I didn't finish hers yet.
Which is also part of my newt. It's like such horrible lighting. Here we go. Here we go. I got the pocket done and joined together. So I think actually, if right now I'd have to measure, but I think this is just about 75%. So I'm like kind of not ahead of schedule, but like I front loaded my newt so that this is all I have to finish for the entire newt.
Well, because you figure
stockinette.
Yeah. As I know, because I haven't finished Bella's adult size medium. sweater.
this is the size large because Chloe is taller than me and
Oh,
she
she
likes
is
things
tall.
big and baggy.
Yeah.
So that's what she requested. So that's what I'm doing. And she has a longer torso than me. Like I have a short torso. Oh, no, I'm just short all around. Like whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I figured it would be a long haul to finish this, but yeah, that's what I'm working on. I started a sweater for myself because I wanted to.
Yeah, which I really like the color of that hand spun that you're using.
I had dyed this yarn a while ago. I think I called it Slither On, and I spun up like a sweater amount worth of yarn. It was like a pound of yarn. Actually, I think a friend of mine had asked for it or someone on Facebook and then never followed through with buying it off me. But whatever.
Yeah.
So I am.
That looks really cool.
On this, so I'm excited about that. But it's going so fast because it's like size 10 needles and like chunky yarn, and like it's wonderful. So like compared to that wallaby that I'm working on, it's a lot faster. But I'm really digging the increases over here.
Oh yeah, I like that. That looks really cool.
This is the Felix pattern by, I think it's Savory Knitting or something like that. But yeah, so the increases are like cute little lace details instead of your regular increases on the sleeves.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a basic sweater. It'll have long sleeves. But I'm doing this for my order mission. Did I say that? I don't know.
No, I was going to ask.
Yeah, because I said I would do something 700 yards or more. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a shawl or something else. So I picked this.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I can't even knit a sweater in a 3-month period, 4-month, 3-month term. So more props to you. Because Bella's sweater is still going. I'm on the ribbing for the neck part now.
Oh, well, you're getting far.
I know, but it still takes forever. And especially when you don't work on it.
Right.
Though I did start working on it. I should have actually brought it down here to show you. Because I did work on it the other day for like 2 minutes. I am still working on this baby surprise jacket because I am lame and I don't go anywhere. And it was hanging on my purse. So I took it off of my purse and I'm going to put it upstairs so I actually finish it, because my friend is 4, the baby is like 1 month now. So I don't even know if it'll fit him.
It should finish it this month.
Yeah. I feel bad. I might just, I don't know.
You're almost like, are you increasing it?
Yeah, I'm increasing.
Because of like once you increase, like then it goes really fast once you do like the little like tail back part.
Yeah, but again, you have to actually work on it. I don't know what my problem is. I'm just like lame.
You're busy. You're not lame. You're busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the only like actual work in progress. Though a lot of stuff, I have a ton of stuff hibernating, and you can look at them on our show notes.
I forgot. I have one more thing.
Okay, go. Sorry. I just kind of jumped in there.
No, I just forgot. I didn't say anything. I have this mystery knit along that I started. I did not get very far. It's hard to see with the lighting here, but it's like textured. There's like ribbing on that one.
That looks really cool.
That was the first clue, and then the second clue, it's like gonna be snowflake in garter stitch. Like I'm not even halfway through it, but whatever. Like the 6 clues are already out, and I was only on clue 2, so that didn't
gotta like pick it up, right?
Like well, following charts, like I thought it'd be fun, but like I'm just not there anymore. I like simple, easy knits. Like that's the kind of knitting I can do because I can watch TV or, be around the kids and not have to like pay attention to my knitting. Um, Following charts, like I just don't have time for that kind of knitting, I guess.
I think
I'm
like,
okay.
yeah, I think as you knit, like your preferred knitting changes, if that makes sense. But I also think this past year has been so hard on everyone that everyone's just kind of like mentally burned out, and not everyone can do that, because I as well love knitting charts. But remember, I tried doing that shawl, which wasn't even a chart. It was just different patterns. And I just couldn't follow it. And
where you have to think.
yeah, well, and I mixed up the two. I did like the one for the wrong, and I was trying to figure out why I was off on numbers. And then I like looked at it and I was like, oh, I'm doing the wrong section. And I'm like, it's in timeout now, and it has been for almost a year now, because I just can't think if that makes sense.
No, it does. It's total. I like to just knit. I like garter stitch or stockinette stitch or whatever, like simple and easy.
Right.
And I'm okay with that.
Exactly. So next up we have You Spin Me Right Round. I actually am spinning a mashup. Like I'm spinning it right now. I have this, I joined a fiber club like a long time ago. It wasn't even really a fiber club. It was like a month-to-month fiber club, which I don't really like. I like joining the ones that you just get them and you get them every month for like 3 months.
Yeah.
From Bumblebee Acre Farms. It was Harry Potter one. And so this one was the Wizarding World Wonderland. So I'm spinning this, and then I'm going to mash it up with, I left that braid up there upstairs. So I have a picture of it though. I'm going to mash it up with this pretty green that I got from Gwen Erin. Let me just find the picture. Oops. And I did it because you can't really see it in the reflection here, but this Winter Wonderland has a little bit of green in it. So the green from Gwen Erin I think will make a nice mashup. So that's what I'm doing. But meanwhile, the reason why I started spinning is because I decided to finally wash my Cormo that I spun up over the last couple of years, 2 years ago, maybe. You remember, the Cormo that I processed and then spun.
Yeah.
I finally finished it, like washed it, and it plumped up so nicely. It's on the shelves now. So to get it on the shelves, I had to go through and organize. And I was like, well, while I'm washing, I'm going to wash all the stuff that I didn't wash, because I'm lazy and I didn't wash a lot of things. So I washed everything and I organized my shelves. They're right here, with my hand spun. And I went through and I found I am missing a skein of hand spun. Like I have the tags, but I don't have the skein. And I remember spinning it, and I remember thinking I knit it into something, but I can't find the project that I knit it in. So I might have knit it and given it away or whatever, but I don't know. So I watched it on
Ravelry or something?
I looked. I have no idea what happened to it.
It's so funny.
Anyways.
What fiber was it?
It was, I think, saved the papers because let me find them. Oh, they're over here. It was a mashup, because that's what I do, is mashups, right? So it was a mashup between some blue, like sparkly fibers that I got from Kid You Not, and this Spun Monkey one, but I can't find it. And I have the picture of the skein in Ravelry, and then I have like I just don't know where it is.
Maybe it's in a project bag somewhere.
I have no idea. So I saved these to like, if I find it, if not, whatever. But while I was going through my things, I was labeling everything with my Carnival wristbands to wash.
I bought some, FYI. Sorry.
Yeah. No, and so I did that. So this is my sample along that I did like months ago. But it's only 4 ounces together. Right. So I'm like, what am I going to do with all of this? Like I have
maybe
all
a cowl,
samples.
Like or a skinny, I don't know. Or like that, oh, what's it called? I forget what bandana cowl. It like comes down to a triangle, but it goes around. It takes one skein.
But that's not the only samples that I have. I have more. Because I sample a lot for things sometimes when I'm good. So I took a couple of classes, right, at SK. So I sampled techniques. So I have those. And this is what I want to talk about. Like, what do you do with all this? Maybe I'll make like gnomes or something. And then I sampled, before I did my last mashup, I sampled to see what I would get with it. And then I have like little sample skeins of leftover from like the end of the bat. I mean, not bat, end of the
bobbin.
Yeah, the end of the bobbin that I didn't put in the project. Or like I sampled beehives, you know, stuff like that. Okay, this was also a sample to see how I wanted to spin it. I ended up spinning it this way. Again, another end of the bobbin. This one was an end of the bobbin. What?
Weave with them. Make some cool pillows or something.
Oh, that's a good idea. This one, I have no idea. It must just be left over. And then this one was my sample core spin. So, like, I have all these little skeins of like 30 yards or less.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyways, and they're all different weights. So, they're all sitting in bags on the floor because I have no idea what to do with them. But all of my my hand spun is washed and stored. And I have it like organized and everything. And I need to spin some more. But I want to like start knitting with my hand spun.
I know.
Since we're talking about spinning. Yeah. Like I have some great things. I'm like, oh, this would be great. Oh, this would be great. And like I have a skein left from my last mashup sweater. And I think I might make afterthought pockets for it because I wish I had pockets on it. But I have from my first mashup sweater, which I hardly wear because it's a sweater like a pullover. And I don't like pullovers all that much because I just get too hot. Yeah. And I do have a skein left, but I think I had 2 or 3 skeins, but I think I gifted one to someone. So I don't know. Oh, and I made a hat out of another skein. I don't know. So it's just like craziness all around. Anyways, that's to say, I'm actually spinning. So
that's exciting. I need to spin. I actually want to spin. I haven't started anything right now, but I pulled out some fiber. I'm not sure what I'm going to make.
Yeah. So that's what I did. Like I pulled out that fiber and when I was reorganizing because I needed room. And like I'm looking at it all my fiber and stuff right now. And then I was like, oh, I want to spin because I got all excited. Okay, sorry. That was a long story to say I'm spinning a mashup.
That's cool.
And you're on hold with your sweater spin?
Yeah, did I tell you that I broke a bobbin?
No.
Yeah, one of my Daedalus bobbins. It's actually right here. Hold on. I'll get it for you guys.
How did you break it?
I didn't. Tallulah did.
Oh, Tallulah.
It was sitting on the shelf and fell. So it's a full bobbin.
The core broke.
Yeah. And I'm like, how the heck? I haven't even tried. Like, I am afraid to try and get this off here. This is like a full, like, and this isn't
Can
your
you
average
put a
bobbin.
straw in through it?
This is almost like
Or like a metal,
8 ounces of fiber on here.
Yeah.
8 ounces of
Can you
singles.
put like a metal, can you put it on your Lazy Kate?
Maybe. I don't know.
And like, I mean, maybe that'll hold it together to get it off.
I haven't even wanted to try yet. So
that is so frustrating. Have you contacted?
It was up high. They sent me a new one.
Oh, that's nice.
I didn't even ask. Like, I just was talking about it in the thread on their Facebook group, and like one day one showed up at my house. Like, how
that's awesome. That's totally great customer service.
Yeah, totally. But like, it was totally my fault. I had it like up high. Well, not even. It was the cat's fault. It was like up on one of these shelves, and like she likes to climb up there and walk behind stuff, and it fell and probably just like, you know. So
yeah.
Note to self: don't store full bobbins up high.
Or if you put them in like a bowl or something so they can't fall off.
Right, where it can't go. So this has been,
That's really sucky though. I think you should put it straight on the lace, because I'm like looking at my wheel right now, and those posts are for in the middle. If you just shove it on there right now and just hold it.
I just haven't even
thought about it.
Like, I saw it happen one day, and I picked it up, set it on the shelf, and walked away, and like I haven't even like taken a picture of it to like. I was just like furious. I'm like,
well, yeah, and you're just like, at that point you can't like even think or process. Like we were talking about with patterns, like you can't even. I don't
even want to try. It was so sad because like that was the first bobbin I spun, I believe. I'm almost done with the second one, and then I had a third one that I didn't spin yet, and then I was going to 3-ply all those together for a true 3-ply mashup. Anyways, we can talk about happier things.
Okay, so after you spin me right around is binging.
So because I wanted to get like up to date on my newt, like I wanted to get Chloe's sweater started. I only had a couple inches the other day. I started watching some Netflix shows. They have a lot of newer ones, or newer-ish in 2020. So I started watching. Oh, sorry. What?
I was going to say, I read a thing that they're releasing a new movie every week this year.
Wow, that's fun. So I started watching, or I started and finished watching Cursed, which is like magically there's fae.
I saw that on there. Is it good?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I was a little worried because it's MA, which I don't always dig all like the sex scenes and stuff, but it's actually just for gore and violence and some cursing.
Well, yeah.
So did you see I'm okay with that?
Sometimes they just put MA on there because they don't feel like rating it, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Well, so it wasn't so bad.
I'm trying to think. There was a show that I was watching, and I'm like, why is this TVMA? It's like totally PG. But it was like a translated one.
It had like a lot of violence and gore.
Oh yeah.
Like there's like like old like Arthurian. It's before King Arthur, and it's like the sword from the Sword in the Stone, but like before that time, and a fae girl gets it. So she's like the queen. Anyways, it's pretty cool, and it's got like magic-y stuff, a little bit dark-ish, but not like horribly. But no, it was good. And then I also watched Fate, the Winx saga or Wings.
I watched that too.
That was how you say that. It was cute.
Yeah.
Like a teeny bopper show-ish, or young adult rather.
Well, yeah, because it's TVMA though. Because they do a lot of swearing.
I was also a little worried about. There's like one scene in there, but like that was it. And I was like, and they like reference. I think
it's because it's teenagers and they were drinking a lot and doing drugs.
And smoking weed.
Yeah.
So like, but I was like, that's not so bad. I mean, it's not great or anything, but yeah.
But I mean, to market it to kids, they have to put a TVMA. That's why I think they did it.
Right.
But I mean, like,
And
I was
then,
watching it thinking, like, why? Because
yeah,
they were
but it
like
was
supposed to
like
be
really
like
short. There was not that many episodes, right? Or
Yeah.
it just seemed to go by fast. Like I watched it in like a day or two. And then I watched In the Dark. It's like this show about this blind girl.
Oh
Who's
yeah,
like,
it's so good. I haven't watched the second season yet, but I watched the
oh,
first
is
one.
there a second season?
Yeah, they just released it.
Oh, I don't think I saw that. I only watched the first season, so I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But it made me laugh.
Yeah, I laughed a lot at that one.
They just like fall into like drugs and anyways,
Yeah.
it's just kind of interesting. And then so Gabe and I and like Trubin, but basically if Gabe and I are around, we are watching through the Flash. We are on I think season 4, and I hate Iris. And she really annoys me, and like that whole situation. We have already seen this part too, so like I'm not sure where we stopped watching, but I think
I
it's
think
this
I stopped that
like,
season.
I hate it, and I'm like, I'm not okay with this, and Gabe's like, let's just get through it. So we're trying to make it through because I think there's 6 seasons. And he really likes the Flash, so we're watching through that. So then I made Leah start watching Buffy with me. I'm like, just give it 1 season plus a few episodes before you judge. So we're like maybe 8 episodes in. And she's okay with it. But Chloe came around and she's like, this is cool. And I'm like, what have you done with my children? Like they usually hate this kind of stuff. And like
That's
they're
hilarious.
enjoying it. So that's fun. So when the girls are around, we watch that.
So I've noticed, because we're watching Buffy too.
Okay.
I've stalled because we're on Riley season, and I hate Riley. But that one is in the 90s, and then we're also watching Vampire Diaries, and that's in the 2000s. So the big difference is like Buffy. I mean, yeah, there is some sex stuff in there, but it's not all focused on that. And then like Vampire Diaries, it's like almost all focused on that. It's crazy.
It's sad.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, and then so by myself, I started watching The Queen's Gambit. I just started that last night. It's interesting enough, and
yeah, Madison watched that. I did not though.
All about chess and all that, but
that's cool.
I don't know. So if you have any other good ones, I need to finish up. I had watched the first season of Virgin River, and I started the second season. I don't know why I didn't finish it. I need to watch that. But I don't know. It's helping me knit on my things that I need to knit on. So I haven't been listening to anything.
So I am listening to things. I finished the Suddenly Psychic, which was actually pretty funny. I enjoyed it. And then I started Midnight Texas by Charlene Harris. And then I went and binge watched the 2 seasons of that show on NBC. You can download their app and just watch it with commercials.
What was it again? Suddenly
Midnight
Psychic?
Texas.
Oh, Midnight Texas.
So that one was good. This guy who is a psychic, he moves to this town called Midnight Texas, and there's like weird stuff about these people like who live there. They're all kind of weird. In the book, I'm not as far as the show went, so that's how it goes. And like I'm just at the beginning of the book.
Okay.
So I know like they change a lot for TV, so I have to go and read the actual books because there's 3 and see if they're anything similar. But it's kind of cool because they're the guy in the book. There's a guy in there called Bobo, and I was like, that sounds so familiar. And then I remember I read Charlene Harris has these books called Shakespeare's. It's like Lily Bard Mysteries, and she's this pretty damaged girl, heroine type, who takes karate, but she like investigates and stuff. And the guy in that book, there's a guy in those books, Bobo. He wasn't actually a good guy. He's in this Midnight Texas, but he's a good guy. Like he was like a kid in the Shakespeare's ones, and now he's older. So it's pretty cool, like that she's bringing, but like the Midnight Texas is more supernatural, and the other one was just like a mystery book series, if that makes sense. So it's pretty cool. So then I finally finished The Mentalist. There's other shows that I finished. I just don't remember which ones. And then we watched the second season of Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, whatever. It's like a cartoon that they made for Jurassic World. And Bella and I watched the first season. Like I just started it one Saturday, and we were like, I was like, we'll see if it's any good. And then we were like glued to it. Like it was really good. So if you watch that, like it's really cool. Like if you like the Jurassic Park movies or the Jurassic, well, you would probably like the cartoons. It's about like these kids that during the new first movie, the Jurassic World one, the one with the brothers, it's like during that time period, there was like a camp for kids, and it's about the kids that are at the camp, like beta testing the camp basically. And like, and you know how that movie ends with the Spinosaurus or whatever it is, trying to eat everyone. Like it's like they're involved in that. So it's like crazy. So the second season came out a couple weeks ago, maybe months ago. And we finally watched it. So that was really good. Trying to think. That's the only thing. Like we're still watching Buffy, Vampire Diaries, Supernatural, and then 911 started up again. So I started watching those again.
I saw
those are good.
Commercials for that on something I was watching. I'm like, I gotta get caught up or see if I'm missing some of those shows.
Yeah.
I forget where I am on that. I didn't watch the Lone Star one yet. Maybe I should watch that next.
It's okay. It took me a while to get into that one because I really like the original, the best. But now I do like the Lone Star one too. That's all that I've been binging though.
Cool.
So randomness. Did I show you the birthday gifts I got from Dad and Mary?
I don't think so.
I showed the one from Andy, right? The knitting magic.
Yes, you did.
Okay. So from my dad and Mary, I got they gave me money, so I bought it myself. But I got the Spinner's Book of Fleece because I've been wanting this book for a while. And then I got some knit blockers.
Ooh, very cool.
I think I got something else, but I don't remember what. So yeah, but that's what I
got. This came late for our Christmas. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Joe got me a darning. I'm sorry, my throat is all like scratchy. Darning mushroom, and also like a little a jewel design, like one of those screw-on button things for knitwear.
Oh, cool.
I don't have it down here, but it like those came like a week or two late after Christmas. They like just didn't ship in time. But yeah, so I need to fix some socks. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but I fixed socks like a while ago. Yeah.
I randomly heard about this challenge to wear a wool dress for 100 days. And if you do it and take a picture every day and show them to the company, you get $100 gift certificate towards another dress later. And at first I was like, oh, that's cool. Actually, Cheryl on Instagram, the 1764 shepherdess, or I forget what her, anyway, she does the spin 15 a day thing. Like that's her baby.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've followed her for years. But she did it once, like over a year ago, and I thought it was cool. You wear the same dress and just whatever, like simplify your life. So I thought it was neat. And then someone else started doing it a couple months or like a month ago. Fibrosaurus, I
Yeah.
believe. Jennifer is her name on Instagram. And I was like, you know what? I could do that, or I should see if I could do that because I don't know, like challenges or whatever, like are fun to try. So that's what this gray thing is on that I'm doing. And I'm on day 26 right now.
That's
There will
awesome.
be a link if you care to find out. Basically, like I post it on Instagram daily. You don't have to, but you have to take a picture of it every single day and then share with them like a Google folder of all the pictures, or somehow show them all the pictures of 100 consecutive days. I think you're allowed to miss up to 5 um, for it to still count within the 100 days. And yeah, that's it. I thought it was
That's
kind of
totally
fun.
awesome.
Which is funny because I don't even wear dresses ever. So it's been different. I don't know. But it's been making me wear, or not making me, but like wearing more of my knitwear and stuff. So it's been kind of fun
That's
and
cool.
nice not having to think about, I don't know, what to do or wash as much clothes or whatever. So there's that. And it's wool, and I love wool.
That's awesome. I'm sure you can tell by my background that I had a WAFA sale this past weekend. So it is still set up because I'm lazy, or really I just have been doing all kinds of things. So that's all I have for randomness. Like life is kind of boring. Oh, no, I have more. I quit Starbucks. Mainly because babysitting, working at Starbucks, and trying to do my actual business was not working. And something had to give. And I was so exhausted, like mentally and physically, from like getting up early and going into work. And people just treat, like working at Starbucks, people just treat you like crap. Like it's coffee people. Get over it. Anyways, so I quit. I like worked my 2 weeks,
Yeah.
so I can go back to it if I want to, but I was just like kind of over it,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I still like coffee, obviously. But yeah. I think had the pandemic not happened, it would be different, if that makes sense. Like it just was too much. So I quit. One, I quit because I needed more time to focus on sewing. And two, I got into Maryland Sheep and Wool. They are virtual this year again. And I need to have product. So I need to sew for that. So that's another reason. I talked with my husband because I'm like, I can't focus on 3 things. Like babysitting is always going to be there because that is what we're doing, helping Madison out. But working at Starbucks, or it was either Starbucks or my home business. And I'm like, I don't mind working at Starbucks, but I like super love sewing, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. So,
Well, you're passionate about it, so
right.
it's your thing.
Right. And I didn't realize how much I was missing it till I was like I quit, and then it's been like a week since I haven't worked at Starbucks. So, and I got so much done. Okay, it's probably 2 weeks now. I got so much done, and I was like going through my fabric, and I was just so excited to be doing it again, if that makes any sense. It's
Well, maybe
crazy.
it was like a blessing to come back to it to see how much you do enjoy it.
Yeah.
I know sometimes things get tiring or whatever, so
Yeah.
I'm glad that you made that decision.
Yeah. So I'm excited. So now I just have to like sew all the things and get ready for Maryland Sheep and Wool, because I have a couple of other shows that I have that were like canceled last year, and then they're like holding them again. Like our fee, our like booth fee was like moved to this year, but like I have one that's in Minnesota or Michigan. I have to look it up. That I had just like paid for, and then the pandemic came, and so they like postponed it. So I just sent them an email to find out if it's happening this year, because I have to like plan for that, like plan lodging and all that stuff. Like all the knitting retreat ones that I was going to go to last year got postponed to this year, but we're still waiting and seeing. And they're in July and June. And so I have some in May. So I just have to wait and see. We'll see. It's kind of frustrating, but I've been doing the wool and fiber arts ones online, and those are going really well. And I try to do those like every other month because I don't want to like exhaust people, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. So anyways, I'm just talking like craziness. So we will let you guys go, and we'll see you next month for another planning podcast.
All right. Bye.
Bye.